Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Fahim Mushi. I'm a vocal coach, voice teacher, and also a singer. And guys, today I'm gonna be talking about the drama that's been going on, recently about Marcelito Pomoy, America's Got Talent champions, that kind of a thing. But in this video, I'm actually gonna be doing a reaction video of a reactor channel reacting to another reactor channel for calling them out, okay? I know it sounds crazy, but I sort of talked a little bit about it in my last video, right? That I reacted to of Marcelito Pomoy's. It's crazy, okay? So I'm gonna, sort of like give a shout out right away. Music Game News called out reacts to the world. Basically, they say Ovela, I think that's what his name is, Ovela, right? Ovela said, looks like ATG exposed has become a new clickbait term on YouTube with a haha emoji. Some YouTubers are abusing of it. Hashtag no shame. Now here's where it gets interesting, okay? Like if you go to his channel and go to the community tab, most people talk against that, literally. Like that guy has almost 700,000 subscribers, okay, close to 1 million, I would say, and most of his followers disagree because what he said or what he did was completely wrong. It makes no sense, and he didn't even have a strong comeback, okay? I'm probably gonna show that later, but I'm actually gonna be doing a reaction video of ATG exposed. MGN reaction channel tells Marcelito Pomoy's band to get over the AGT champion scandal, okay? Imagine that. Oh my god, this is insane, okay? I've been a little bit hesitant to do this, I'm not gonna lie, but you guys have been asking me, like, I've been getting comments, like I look at my phone, there's a new comment asking about, Ovela is crazy, blah blah blah, that kind of a thing. So I'm like, hey, you know what, why not just go ahead and react to that video and see what the drama is all about, okay? So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. But hey, as you guys know, a little bit of promotion, right? So if you guys are new here for the first time and you guys are already enjoying my content, then be sure to smash the thumbs up button and help the YouTube algorithm to push my content. And if you are interested, and if you would, I would really appreciate that, which is to subscribe to my channel. And if you do decide to subscribe, then make sure to hit that notification bell and click on all, so that every time I upload a new video or post something in the community tab, or just upload a Facebook story, then you guys will get notified, okay? And I have social media handles where you can follow me if you like. I will attach them somewhere here. Like, I don't want to do this one, this is just too complicated. I think just this hand is much better. They're gonna be somewhere around here, okay? My Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, okay? So be sure to go ahead and follow me there, leave a like, leave a follow. I would appreciate the support. And yes, as you guys know, I'm a voice teacher. I give singing lessons around the world via Skype, Facebook, and Discord. So if you guys are interested for voice lessons, then go ahead, check out my Fiverr link, which I will leave a link on the description, where you can see my prices for single lessons. And I also offer a lot of discounts in my singing packages, okay? And also you can get your singing critiqued as well, which is like only 10 bucks, okay? So be sure to check that out if you're interested. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the introduction, I guess, the promotional part. And for now, let's go ahead and react and analyze this video and see what's going on.
I'm accused of clickbaiting people with hashtag no shame. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I think. Let's do this. What's up, y'all? It's Joe Master.
I like this guy.
Today I'm making a video about how I'm being called out because of my AGT Exposed series and how AGT is taking advantage of all the talent that's going on.
Okay, so he already has a lot of video. Like I saw some of them, popping up in my suggestions, but I didn't watch all of them. Like I wanted to watch, but then I was like, hey, you know what? I might actually do a reaction video on them and watch it with you guys and sort of share my thoughts and my, I guess, analysis, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and continue. See what's the drama's about.
On our show, from Marcelino to Angelina to pretty much everyone. I must be becoming a big enough YouTuber when a fellow YouTuber who has over 600,000 subscribers by the name of Ovela runs this channel.
Oh, so he has 600,000, not 700,000, okay? So my bad about that.
Called Music Game News calls me out. So Avila runs a couple of channels. He is a reactor, and he predominantly covers things from the Philippines. And of course, if you've been following our channel recently, especially if you're a big Marcelito fan, you realize he is in the limelight these days because of his amazing run, America's Got Talent Champions, and his amazing ability to sing with two voices, and with a lot of controversy that's been going on with this particular season of AGT that we know is actually controversy that's been going on for quite some time.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting, the one he just said. It's actually a controversy that's been going on some time, okay? Because even, like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have any idea that the show was pre-recorded and stuff until these videos, you know, especially from Reacts to the World's video. And this other channel, the smaller channel, I forgot the name of that channel. I might have to look it up. I'll give a shout out to them here, okay? And you know, once I sort of saw that, I was like, oh wow, there's some really shady things going on, okay? And I knew about that for other shows such as The Voice and American Idol, but I didn't know about America's Got Talent. So you know, like it didn't exactly come as a shock that, you know, this show is also kind of fake and stuff. I think most reality shows out there, like, it's so funny because they call it the reality show when it's actually fake, okay? It's so funny. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue.
I think people are focusing on the wrong thing, and now people keep focusing on the fact that maybe Marcelito was treated unfairly. I don't care about that.
Someone like Avila.
Why would he say that? That makes no sense, you know? Why wouldn't you care about, you know, someone that you really look up to, someone you're a fan of, and you're saying that I don't care about that? If you just care about the performance, I don't know, man, it doesn't sound right to me. Like, if I look up to somebody and then I'm seeing that that person is being treated unfairly in this kind of TV shows, of course I'm gonna get mad, okay? Of course I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna be agitated about that, okay? So I don't know what this guy's about. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue.
Thinks that everyone should just get over it. That when it comes to a show like AGT, manipulating viewers is an acceptable part of the game. He says just focus on the talent. Ignore how they are treated. That's hard for me to do when I empathize with how they're being treated. So this is what Avila has posted up on his YouTube channel, basically calling me out. Looks like AGT Exposed has become the new clickbait term on YouTube. Some YouTubers are abusing of it. Hashtag no shame. Now I know he's talking about me because I'm the one who coined AGT Exposed in the last couple of weeks in a series of videos that I've been making on this subject matter.
So I think you've got a massive career in front of you.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know that they actually made a video about this scene as well, because that other smaller channel that I was talking about, I saw it in their channel first. Okay, so it's good to see that they also address this issue. Okay, it's crazy. I mean, like, you can see that it's fake. It's like massively fake. Wow. I mean, like, how could a big company like America's Got Talent would make a mistake like this and expect that it's gonna go unnoticeable? It's almost like, you know, that Game of Thrones, you know, like in the last season where Daenerys was sitting with the Starbucks coffee and they got caught. It's kind of like that. Okay, it's so funny, like as if like we as viewers wouldn't recognize it or realize it, right? It's crazy. All right.
Really good. So I think you've got a massive career in front of you. Really good.
This is what I'm going to say about this. By the way, I actually did write to Olivia directly after I saw these posts from him, and he ended up deleting them. So I'm going to share it with you all.
What? He actually deleted the comments. Okay. That's insane. That's insane. I mean, I think some of my YouTubers actually comment on that matter, but it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Wow.
Right here, when I told him, so he thinks I'm abusing this term, AGT Exposed, that I'm trying to clickbait people to watch my videos, and that I have no shame in doing so. And my answer to that is, you're darn straight I am. In fact, I am deliberately fueling the spread of this wildfire, and I'm not quite done yet. Now, this is the thing that...
Yeah, okay, you can see that, you know, so many other YouTubers already made a video on this, okay? So you can see that, you know, people are, in fact, very passionate about this. I mean, like, why wouldn't they be? I mean, like, you know, being unfair, like, you know, these shows, you know, treating their contestants unfairly, that's just wrong, period, okay? And now, you know, and they're saying something else on top of that, which is absolutely insane, okay? But yeah, let's go ahead and continue. I'm actually getting very excited to see what he's gonna talk about here.
Avila doesn't get. I'm very passionate about the entertainment business. I've been working in the entertainment business for my entire career. And even now as I'm doing YouTube,
I didn't know about that. That's awesome.
I guess you can still say I'm in the entertainment business. And having been on both sides of the business, in terms of being an executive and also being the creator, I realized how much I am connected with fellow artists and creators and what they have to go through. And I knew that as I started to dig into what happens with reality TV shows, I really wanted to tackle this issue and move beyond just making reaction videos. And in fact,
I like this. I think what he's doing right now with this series of ATG Exposed, I think he's doing a brilliant job, okay? And along the way, if he gets famous, then hey, all support to him. I mean, he deserves to get that fame, because he's doing a public service for all of us, okay? People need to know about these things, okay? That these certain talent shows are fake, how they're faking it, and they're getting caught red-handed, just like that part which you saw earlier in this video, which was I think you got a massive talent, carry your head, that part. I mean, that was clearly fake. You guys already know that, right? But it's crazy. It's crazy how much this talent shows will go to make something fake look real. It's just insane. Okay, all right, let's go.
Action videos on our channel here was really the training wheels for us. In other words, it became a way for us to learn how to do YouTube. I had to learn how to use a camera, how to talk in front of the camera, how to do lights, how to do research. And as I got comfortable with it, I started to venture into topics that I'm very passionate about.
Okay, so I just want to point it out that sometimes people think that us as YouTubers, whether you're small, or a big channel, it's not easy making videos and talking in front of a camera. It really is not, unless you are a naturally very extrovert person, a very talkative person. In that case, talking in front of a camera will come very naturally to you guys. For me, I'm not an extrovert, okay? I'm far from it. I'm actually a very introvert. And on top of that, I actually have a voice disorder. It's a speech disorder called spasmodic dysphonia. And that actually makes my singing and speaking especially very, very hard, okay? It's kind of like you get a squeeze, a kind of contraction above the vocal folds, and that's when, your speech gets blocked, your airflow gets blocked, and then, you get, it gets like that, and then you have to talk like that. It's just so annoying because, to people who don't have this issue, they might think that, oh, it's nothing. But people who actually have that, it really, really messes up with their confidence. Their anxiety raises up. It goes out of the sky. It's just crazy. Okay, it's just crazy. I'm not going to talk about that because this video is not about my issue. So I'm going to continue. But yeah, it's not easy to talk in front of cameras. It really is not. You need a lot of practice for that. Okay, so yeah.
Like the whole AGT Exposed series. And I'm happy to say that I'm shameless about promoting it, because I think it's something important that people need to talk about, especially in light of the fact that the show is on right now. And in about a week when the show is over, I realize a lot of the interest is going to die down. So I've been very aggressive about trying to make sure I make a video about this as often as I can the last couple of weeks while people's attention is on this matter. For some reason, Avila thinks that what I'm doing is taking advantage of the Filipino people, right? He literally posts this up on his community saying, would you have fought this hard to expose AGT if a Filipino wasn't participating?
Oh, wow.
The answer to that, my friend, is absolutely. Now, if Avila really cared about Marcelito's plight, and he must love Marcelito enough because he's made about 8 videos out of his last 11 covering Marcelito, rather than tell Marcelito and his fans to just get over it, perhaps make a video on how Marcelito can overcome this. Provide some strategies on how he can take his career to the next level. Actually show him how he is bigger than AGT. Like I did when I made this video, sharing my advice and my knowledge of how the music industry works and how social media works so that he can grow a big presence on it.
I actually gotta check out that video. Wow, it's awesome. Like you can see the graph here from YouTube and you can see that from Philippines it's 100%. That's interesting, actually. Okay, I'll definitely check out. I'm actually going to probably, after this video, I'll actually go and check out a couple of their videos, okay? Like, even if I do a reaction video later, I think they shared a lot of good information. And, if I have any viewers that hasn't subscribed to that channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I think they have a lot of good contents already and a lot of good contents coming in that channel. Like, I'm already subscribed, and I think y'all should, okay? All right, let's go.
line. There's nothing but positivity and good advice in this video. Oh, and as for why I have a particular Filipino bias, well, my wife is Filipino.
If you like this video,
Oh.
make sure you leave a like.
Okay.
So that means half my family is Filipino. So yeah, I can't quite help to say that I do have a bias there. But just as importantly, the Filipinos have a massive population of really talented people. I mean, shit,
That's
we have a
very
whole
true.
channel dedicated to that. So yeah, you would know. Filipinos for the win. It's interesting that Avila, in particular, is calling out the Filipino community. What he doesn't seem to get is that the Filipinos have suffered so much injustice over the years as a country, as a population, because of corruption. And on top of that, so many fellow countrymen and women who work overseas are treated poorly and are taken advantage of. What he doesn't understand and what he doesn't see is that people like Lulu's mom, who has to leave behind her life and her family in the Philippines to go work in another country just to be able to provide for the family. And how when she sees something like Marcelito being treated, it's hard for someone like her to not empathize with that. Because
Now you see that, all this information, that he's saying here, I actually didn't know half of those things, okay? So you guys already can see that this channel is providing a lot of information, okay, about, the Filipino community, about Philippines. And it's really good, okay? Like, I'm getting a little bit emotional here, actually. I didn't know about this, okay? And these guys definitely deserves more than 1 million subscribers, in my opinion, okay? So kudos to them, okay? Amazing content, okay? Let's go ahead and continue.
what we're seeing with Marcelito, someone who's able to rise above it all and yet still being treated poorly. You may say that's just part of the game. I say that reactors like us can help change the game. So you see, like Marcelito...
Exactly, because it's like, if we all reunite together and actually start talking about this, ATG exposed, about how Marcelito and other contestants being treated unfairly, if the bigger YouTuber channels, I'm talking about like people who have like more than 1 million subscribers, if they start talking about this, I mean, imagine what would happen if James Charles or I don't know, some other big YouTuber, Mr. Beast, they start making videos about this, okay? Although I highly doubt they will do that, but assuming if they do, I mean, there's gonna be some serious drama worldwide, okay? It's gonna be insane. But yeah, like the more people talk about this, the more exposure that they're gonna get about this particular topic,
He's caught up in something here that is much bigger than him. And I want to make sure as many people hear about this because a lot of artists are suffering from this. And in fact, this is so important to me that I am perfectly fine with other reactors ride my research and make their own videos to get their own views. Shoot, some reactors even take my research and my clips that I film while at the show and doing my analysis, put in their own watermark on it, claiming it as their own. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that.
This is what I like about this guy, okay? Like, this is the part I actually saw, okay? Like, I was actually scrolling through this video, and that's the part that kind of like popped up. And this is what I really like about, this channel and this guy, is that, he's actually giving us permission to do that, okay? And that's very nice of him, okay? Because, like, sometimes, you make something, you spend many hours, several hours on finding those information and then putting up in a video, and then all of a sudden this other channel out of nowhere, they just copy paste your video on their reaction video, or even just upload their video. I mean, like, and then they make money from that. I mean, it's just unfair, okay? And I know some channels actually are doing that, okay? Like, I'm not gonna say it's bad or wrong. Like, in my opinion, I don't feel like that's good particularly, but I mean, if they're recreating it like like I am doing it, I'm actually making a reaction on this video, right? I'm sharing my personal thoughts and stuff as I'm kind of like watching this video. Like if someone were to do that, that's completely fine, okay? But yeah, hey, that's just my opinion, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and continue.
And the reason why I'm perfectly fine with this is because for the first time, I am seeing so many reactors finally making commentary videos about this issue, rather than just making reaction videos where they're just sitting there and watching. Maybe these reactors are finally waking up and saying, well, if I really care about the talent that I'm covering, maybe I should do more than just react to these videos.
Hell yeah,
maybe I should
man.
be more than just saying that was a beautiful performance, but also understand what plight they're going through, their trials and their tribulation. And maybe in this process, as I'm trying to clickbait you to watch my videos, and as these reactors are making their own videos, maybe they realize that all of us combined can expose an issue that's been going on for quite some time in the reality TV world, affecting the talent that we love so much.
I like this. Okay, I actually pretty much said something like this. I didn't say this part before, okay, so full disclosure, but I literally said something like this a few minutes ago in this video that I'm recording right now, that this is going to be really good. Like, if everybody comes together, you know, all the reactor channels, small, medium, big, really big channels, if we all come together and actually address this issue, then, you know, we might actually make a difference. So, yeah, good stuff, good stuff.
Avila tells us to ignore all these questionable things that are going on with the show, which is just one step away from asking people to just ignore corruption as it's developing.
Exactly.
There are so many creators and YouTubers that are, you know, making videos about the fact that AGT is a show that is cheating the performance, and Marcelito Pomoy in particular. Who cares? I say, who cares?
Hey, they
I think we all do. But yeah.
say it's just how business is done. This sort of thing is normal. That if we don't like it, we should just go watch something else. Take our business elsewhere.
So let the drama stay on the side.
I just kind of think about like how I sit here as a reactor and just feel like if all I'm doing is reactions and that's it, I don't think I'm having a meaningful impact on this platform. I mean, if anything, it actually feels like I'm just part of the problem, that I'm kind of like these big companies who are just taking advantage of these artists to just get my views.
I love that. I am, like, pretty much everything is said, I am fully in agreement with him. Okay, but this one, I'm like really in agreement with him, because it's an issue. Okay, it's quite an issue. It's been going on for, you know, several, you know, years now. You know, this reality shows actually being fake and stuff, and then, you know, you hear all these contestants, you know, whether they went quite far in the show or not, and then, you know, they have a YouTube channel and they're exposing those shows. It's an issue. It's a real issue. Like, I knew this guy Bradley something, and he made a video on exposing American Idols, and that was a very interesting video. So if you guys are interested, you can go ahead and check it out. Okay, his name is Bradley something. Bradley Macamer, something like that. I kind of forgot his name, but he made a video on exposing American Idol. Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead and continue now.
Just for my own personal gain. I just hope that all these different reactors who are jumping on this trend realize which side of the fence they sit on. The funny thing is, Avila, I think the best way to convey why this is important is to frame it in a way that you as a fellow YouTuber would get. And that is that if you are so concerned about like how YouTube takes advantage of you, we see a lot of videos online these days from reactors about how YouTube is blocking your video how YouTube takes advantage of you and how it's so hard to make money on YouTube because of these ridiculous copyright laws that big companies are taking advantage of and really harassing small creators like you.
And you know,
That's actually a very good point. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about that. And as us, you know, as YouTubers, it's actually kind of an issue, especially if you're, you know, making reaction videos and stuff, because they file copyright. Okay. And I understand that, you know, there are certain laws that you have to abide and stuff, but I don't get that. Like, I don't get why they would have to make money from us, you know, small channels. Like, even if you get 100K views, to them 100K is nothing, where they're getting like millions and millions, like multi-million views, if not billion views. But these big companies, they're just gonna put a copyright claim, and then boom, your video gets demonetized, and that's the end, right? It's very hard for us as creators, because we are spending so much time, you know, filming the video, and I've talked to big YouTubers. Actually, you know, I actually know a big YouTuber who has over 2 million subscribers, and he spent almost 12 hours making and editing a video. So imagine all the time that he's spending, and then, you know, a day or two later, he gets a copyright claim. Okay, and then, you know, his video gets demonetized, and it's like all this hard work goes to the drain, right? It's just not fair. And I know that, you know, a lot of creators out there have a Patreon account, which is good, but I also noticed that, you know, compared with how many subscribers they have, you know, like they actually, like, they don't even have 10% off their Patreons. Okay, it's not for everybody, but I've noticed it. And it feels a little bit unfair to me too, because I feel like, more people should go and support them, like in their Patreon. But then again, of course, it's up to the viewers and the subscribers whether they actually want to, support them in their Patreon as, paying a small fee and stuff every month. But yeah, really interesting stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and continue.
The way I edit my videos are also creative and everything, but YouTube does not care about that, so they basically do not follow the rule of fair use.
Well, it's not much different than what I see with a show like America's Got Talent and what they're doing to someone like Marcelito or Angelina or just about any other act. So yes, I am very impassionate about this, and yes, I am fighting for it. I want to say I'm a conspiracy theorist or someone who has an agenda. I am simply raising how a show that I once really, really loved, as someone who watched it, and as someone with my wife react to all the different acts, I'm realizing the show has ventured to an area that I'm not comfortable with anymore. And if these practices aren't brought to light, you can be sure they think they can push it further. And at this point, I do believe they're transgressing to an area where viewer manipulation has resulted in a lot of people feeling like they're being taken advantage of. I mean, you just look at all the fans out there who are leaving comments in our videos in terms of how they feel like this show is rigged, how they feel like they've been taken advantage of, how they can't trust.
Wow, look at that. Reminds me of something. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm probably going to read this later, but dang, this is insane. This is absolutely crazy. Wow.
What they see anymore. So Vila, you think I'm creating clickbait? That I'm creating videos that is all hype and no substance? Well, let me just show you how much substance go into this video series exposing AGT. I've been doing research on this for the last 6 months, ever since we started covering AGT.
Wow.
I've gone to the live shows, have talked with people at the live shows, have asked them very specific questions of what happened versus what didn't happen, and have actually talked with a number of different contestants, and also watched a bunch of videos online of past contestants, other people who have exposed some of these different things before as well. So I had...
You can see that this person right here, or this channel, they have done a lot of things. They've been researching for 6 months. Okay, they went to the live show, they talked to the contestants, they ask questions like, what's actually, going on there versus what they're showing in the television. So you can see that this guy, like, you can tell that he's the real one, okay? Like, he's doing all the work for us, okay? So I have so much props, so much respect for him, okay? So once again, if you are not subscribed to this guy, definitely go ahead and subscribe to this channel, okay? I think they have uploaded a lot of useful information, and definitely more YouTubers should, address this exposure issue, which is this big talent shows taking advantage of us, the contestants and stuff, being unfair and whatnot. So yeah, cool.
I've done my research, because what I'm trying to show here isn't a one-time issue with Marcelito. What I'm trying to show here is that there is a pattern of behavior that is going to affect someone like Marcelito and the next artist from the Philippines and the next artist after that from another country.
I like that because there's a pattern, because like all these big TV shows, like they go through a certain pattern where they are being unfair, or they're treating the contestants unfair. So I am completely with him on that.
From anywhere. And yeah, the controversies this year has helped me get my message out there. And Marcelito and these other artists have unfortunately been caught up in the mix, so I use them as examples to hammer home how real the problem is. I mean, after all, Marcelito does have a huge fan base who really care about his well-being. He struggled through a lot, and they're very protective of him. So a message to you, Avila, is this. Even though you built your channel up around being a reactor, if you take a step back and you realize what the opportunity in life provides for you, what YouTube provides for you, this platform and your fan base, you are not just a reactor. Realize there are issues in this entertainment business that affect you as well. They affect your livelihood and they affect your fellow creators. And I say you should cover it with gusto. Create something that leaves an impact. In the meantime, for everyone else who's just checking out my channel, thanks for the support. And stay tuned for some interesting announcements for some new initiatives that I'm working on that I'm happy to share with you all. Alright, y'all. Peace out.
I'm telling you guys, this guy's the real deal, okay? I really enjoyed watching this video with you guys, okay? So yeah, it's really interesting. I learned a lot, okay? Like, I'm not gonna lie, that there's a lot of things I didn't know before I watched this video. And yes, I have not watched this video before. I just scrolled a little bit, a few parts here and there, okay? But I did not watch the entire thing, okay? Full disclosure. And yeah, it was really interesting, and I am completely gonna side with React to the World and not the other music, game news, or whatever. You know, like I'm actually not even subscribed to to his channel. Okay, probably not gonna do that either. Okay, but yeah, this was very interesting. So yeah, and because there's not really much to say afterwards, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and end this video here. So there you go, guys. That's my sort of reaction and sort of like my personal opinion on ATG Exposed. MGM Reaction Channel tells Marcelito Pomoy fans to get over the AGD champion scandal. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of reaction and analysis. Because if you did, then make sure to smash the thumbs up button and help the YouTube algorithm if you haven't already. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel yet, then make sure you go ahead and do that. Show me some love, show me some support. And if you do decide to subscribe, then please go ahead, hit the notification bell and click on all so that every time I upload a video or a post or just sharing something on my YouTube story, then you guys get notified. Okay, so make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of this reaction video, reacting to another YouTuber who has reacted to another YouTuber for calling them out. And if you guys wanted to do more of this kind of, me reacting to another reactor's channel type video, then let me know down in the comments and I will try to do them for you as soon as I can. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.